Bismillahirrahmanir Rahim. Good morning, Your Excellencies, the Minister of Physical Education, Your Excellency, the President of the Bulgarian Olympic Committee, Mr. Rector, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Qatar, ladies and gentlemen. Give me great pleasure to be here with you today. And really, it's an honor for me to receive this honorary award from this esteemed academy, which is for years and years has been known for the value and also the quality of the education that they conduct for their people here in Bulgaria and also around the world. Yesterday, when I was landing, we were landing in our airplane. We saw the beautiful country, the green, the yellow flower that shows the future, the great future of this country, which has a great history and a future for sport. And we have one of our Olympic champion and world record, I think, for 21 years that nobody, 25 years that nobody could beat in high jump, which is really shows the history of this sport in this great nations. And I think our both countries, our two countries, share the same inspiration and same strategy that sport is so important for the development of our society. Just to give you an overview of our organization, the Qatar Olympic Committee was established in 1979 and was joined to the International Olympic Committee in 1980, and we represent the Ministry of Sport plus the Olympic Committee in Qatar. Our chairman is the heir apparent, Sheikh bin Hamad al-ثاني. He's the president of the Olympic Committee. I will start just giving you the strategy of sport in Qatar and how it plays a major role in the development. The vision of Qatar 2030 is based on four pillars. One is human development, economic development, environmental development, and social development. And sport plays a major role in each of these pillars. And we believe, and I think this is always true, that any strategy that you want to do is always have to go line with the vision of the country. So we based our sports strategy with the vision of the country. And you saw in the slide there, the vision of our Olympic Committee to become a leading nation and bringing the world together through sport. And we based our strategy, which is we separated into 5 years into 3 outcomes or 3 objectives, which is normally in any strategy of sport always will go with the 2 objectives, and the third one we put it as the infrastructure of the sport. So the first one was the elite or the talent development, so how we can reach in terms of elite, how we can reach the best result, whether it will be in the Olympic Games or the World Championship or the Asian ship. And the second one, which is the sport for all type of graph. So the 3 leaves of the tree is really the objectives or the goals that we want to get and the result. So we spoke about the 3 of them, which is increased community participation, which is the one I did not mention yet. So it is the social activity or sport for all, which is the first one. The second one on the left, which is the increase and improve sport talent development, management and performance. And this is the 2 normal, any sport strategy should go within these 2. And the third one, of course, you cannot do anything without the infrastructure. So we are working to develop, we already developed some of them, but we are working to develop the infrastructure in need for these 2 strategy or sport objectives that we want to reach. And you see the grass or the root of the tree, it shows the progress or the project that we are doing. The 5 projects that we are doing from 2011 to 2016 in order to achieve these 3 objectives. And again, just to assure that our sports strategy has to go and line up with the country vision. So this is how it will fit within our country strategy or our country vision for the coming 5 or 6 years. So we have 4 of them: the sport event, the sport education, the sport development, and the sport investment. So this is the daily work that we do within our organization and plus the other organizations that are our stakeholders, such as the Ministry of Education, the Sport Federation, the Sport Club, the academies such as Aspire Academy and the other academies. So I will start by the sport events. The sport events normally begin by bidding and then planning to conduct the event itself and then hosting the event, and then legacy. But also you can work it vice versa, because you can always begin with the end in your mind. So you have to see what is the legacy that you want to get. So you plan it from the beginning, even before you bid. And that's how you combine the country legacy with the sport legacy. So just in this next slide shows that the event Qatar either bid for or already bid and succeeded. So we have from the World Cup 2022, and then we bid 2 times now for the Olympics 2016 and 2022, plus also we bid for 2014 World Championship for swimming, and then 2015 World Championship for handball, and we will host it, and then also 16 for the UCI or the Cycling World Championship, and we will host in 2016. And this is the hosted event, which has already been highlighted, the Asian Games, the Arab Games, and Asian Cup, and also the World Championship, which is some of them we just put in here. And then we have also a yearly events, which is conferences such as the Doha Goals, and also we have Aspire for Sports. So we have also different type of conferences that are educational, plus research conferences that we do every year in Qatar. So in addition to this 4 championship, or 5, that we will start by 2014, the FINA World Championship, then 2015 the World Handball, and the 2016 the UCI Road Cycling, and then 2022 the World Cup for football. And also we are planning for something to bid for 17 and 18. We have a yearly international event, which is now by 2013, we have in our calendar around 40 international events. The total calendar we have per year is 81 events. But the other one is Asian or GCC or regional championship and local championship. But the international championship, we have 40 international championships in the level of Diamond League, Grand Prix, World Cup Series. And our objectives is to reach 50 international events per year by the year 2020. Means almost 1 event per week. As I mentioned, you have always to begin with the end in your mind. So always we look to legacy. Either will be a soft legacy or hard legacy. And that's why you see some of the legacy, which is, I'm sure most of you know about it, which is always we have in the plan. And always we try to combine this type of legacy with our country, with our Vision 2030 legacy, to make sure that what we're going to build, we will not end up with a white elephant. To make sure that we will have an event or an organizing event that goes hand in hand with it. And the next one we see education. Since we are in one of the great academy, so education always play a major role. As the great saying says, if you want to plan 1 year, you have to sow a seed. And if you want to plan for 10 years, you have to grow a tree. But if you want to plan for 100 years, you have to educate people. So and I think that's why education plays a major role in any society. And through education, we have, of course, our sport academy, which is our sport Olympic academy. And we would like to learn from your academy here through a memorandum of understanding how we can achieve also through our academy, because our academy has just been recently established, only 5 or 6 years. And then again, we have the Aspire Academy, which is for the talent identification and also talent management and how you train the talent. And then we have, of course, the knowledge transfer, which is normally we do through organizing different events. So we can try always to have the knowledge transfer from one event to another event. And the last thing, which is the community awareness through different programs that will come. Celebrate the second one, which is almost we have 100,000 population participated within this National Sport Day, which is you have everybody participating from government, from private sector, from everybody, school, boys and girls, everybody. It's not meant for the 1 day, but it's really meant to show and increase the awareness of sport in the daily life of everybody living in the country. I will go, the sport development, I will go very quickly in order not to take so much time from your valuable time. The sport development, of course, we spoke about, so we have different type of development for our athletes. I will now go just for one important one, which is the School Olympic program, which is a program that we are very happy with. We started this program 6 years ago, and I would like to show you the statistic that when we started in 2007, 2008, we had only 5,000 students, female and male, and only it was in 7 Olympic sport. This year we just concluded on about 3 weeks ago the 6th edition, and we had almost 22,000 for Qatar population. It was a good number. 22,000 from boys and girls from all grades of school, so from year 1 to grade 12. And every year in this sport Olympic program, we try also not only to concentrate on the sport itself by only the winning and losing, but also about the value of sport, the value of the Olympic movement, which is every year we conduct the theme. So 1 year is sport and health, the 2nd year was sport and environment, the 3rd year was sport and education, the 4th year was sport and culture, this year was sport and investment. So we try also to make sure that the student and the grassroots will understand what is the value of the Olympic movement, because the Olympic movement has great values, not only about only winning and losing in the competition. And if we go to the next slide, Hassan, I want to show that through this master plan, which is we managed to get this master plan by the agreement of everybody in the government and every ministries in the government to make sure that they reserve the land. So through really bidding through the Olympics, when we bid 2016 and 2020, we managed to get everybody to work for one objectives. And that's why our country paid great attention for hosting big events, because through big event, you can get everybody work as a team to reach one objective within a limited time. Because there is also a great saying in sport that says you can move a mountain, but you cannot change the day of the opening ceremony. So if you know there is opening ceremony, you have to work hard, everybody, to make sure that you reach. So really by bidding through a lot of events, we manage, especially the big events like the World Cup or the Olympic, we managed to get everybody to work to produce this master plan, which is we made sure that these venues are distributed in all around Qatar. And some of them already been built, or some of them are in the pipeline for planning, and some of them will be built if we host a big event, and some of them could be only a temporary venue, not necessary that we will have all of them as a permanent venue. But in addition to this, each one of them is really connected with a social activity for the people living in the area or the different city, as you see here in our map. In the end of our presentation, the last part is the sport and investment, which is in order to assure the sustainability of the development of the sport, and to assure that always you will have the budget enough to run your daily work also. So we work hand in hand with investment in a different way, through sponsorship, through branding, through investment project, which is we do inside and outside Qatar. Through these different, through partnership, through different organization, we have a company called the QSI, which is Qatar Sport Investment, which is the investment arm of the Qatar Olympic Committee. Through these different initiatives, we just started. In the investment, we did not have a long-term, history of it. It just started, and we want to work more because investment is very important to assure that the sustainability of the development. And we have some examples that we have, and also as Mr. Minister of Sport, he mentioned about the cooperation anti-doping laboratory, which is we considered as also investment. We opened it in December, and we are working on cooperation with the anti-doping laboratory also here, and we will work in order that we achieve the objective that we want to achieve together.